Hey guys, in this video we're going to talk about ratios, rates, and proportions. So we're going to start out with a ratio of cats to dogs, okay? So when you do cats to dogs, it needs to stay in that order. So how many cats are there? 2. How many dogs are there? 1, 2, 4. Okay, so that is one way to write a ratio with a colon. When it's 2 to 4, you can simplify that to 1 to 2. There's 3 ways to write a ratio with the colon, 1 to 2, and 1 and the word 2. These are the 3 ways that you need to write your ratios, and always make sure you simplify. So in this unit, you'll be able to use a calculator. Yahoo. So I would say there's a few different ways you can check and see if ratios are proportional. First way is if you can see a number that they're both being multiplied by. So this is multiplied by 2, and this is multiplied by 2. So yes, these are proportional. That is one way. Another way is you can multiply 50 times 13 and get 650. Then do 26 times 25 and get 650, so you know they're proportional. You multiply diagonal, okay? Another way you can do it is called cross multiply and divide. So you can multiply 13 times 50 divided by 25 and get 26, and so that is correct, okay? So like for this one, there isn't anything that 14 can go into 16, so I'm going to use the butterfly method on this one. Bloop, bloop. So I'm going to do 14, I'm going to erase that to be able to see it, times 36 and get 504. And then I'm going to multiply 42 times 16 and get 672. So that is not proportional. So here, I'm going to do cross multiply and divide on this one. So I'm going to multiply these two and divide by 24. So 9 times 48 divided by 24 gets me 18. So yes, this is proportional. You also could have done 9 times 2 is 18, 24 times 2 is 48. Any of those strategies would work. So for this one, I'm going to cross multiply divide. So I'm going to do 20. And again, you could go either direction. Times 90. 20 times 90 divided by 36 gives me 50. So yes, this is proportional. So for these ones, Miss Turner organizes binders at a constant rate of 25 binders in 5 minutes. What is the rate and what is the unit rate? So rate is just the given number. So the rate here is 25 binders in 5 minutes. That's the rate. But the unit rate is how much it is for 1 minute. So you're going to set up a proportion. That's going to be the biggest thing in this unit. So 25 binders in 1 minute. Nope, in 5 minutes. Those two are corresponding. They're going to go together. We want to know how much it is for 1 minute. So this is our question mark, okay? And this is how many binders. So again, for this one, because it's a missing, I would do cross multiply divide. Cross multiply divide, cross multiply divide. That's the biggest thing, don't forget it. So 25 times 1 is 25, divided by 5 is 5. So it is 5 binders per minute. So unit rate is how much it is for one whatever. In this case, 1 minute. Okay. Wi-Fi City charges $28.14 for 7 minutes. Set a proportion to find the cost, the unit cost. So how much it is for 1 minute. So we're going to do $28.14 over 7 minutes. And then on the other side, we're going to have dollars. We want to know how much it is for 1 minute. Cross multiply divide. So $28.14 times 1 divided by 7 gives me $4.02 per minute. Okay, so that's going to be your unit rate per minute. Jif peanut butter is $2.05 for 5 ounces. Skippy is $1.38 for 6 ounces. What is a unit rate for each brand, and which is a better buy? So better buy is always going to be how much it is comparing their unit rates, and then whichever one is cheaper. So we're going to do Jif over here. We'll do Skippy over here. So for Jif, it's going to be $2.05 for 5 ounces. We want to know how much it is for 1 ounce. Set up your proportion on the other side for 6 ounces. How much it is for 1 ounce. Cross multiply, divide. So $2.05 times 1 divided by 5 gives me 41 cents per ounce. Since it's money and if it goes to 3 places behind the decimal, you do need to round them. That one you didn't need to. So $1.83 times 1 divided by 6. So for example, this one, we are going to need to round. The 5 is going to tell the 0 to round up. So it's $31 per ounce. So which one is the better buy? Skippy. Skippy is better buy. Because it is 31 cents compared to 41 cents. Kelton can type 7 sentences in 5 minutes. What is the unit rate? We'll talk about the equation part in a second. So 7 sentences in 5 minutes. We want to know how much it is for 1 minute. Cross multiply, divide. So 7 times 1 is 7 divided by 5 gives me 1.4 sentences per minute. So the question also asks, what's the equation? So your equation is always going to be y equals kx. And your k is your unit rate. Okay? So we're going to substitute in and do y equals 1.4x is your equation, because 1.4 is your unit rate. Cammie's pig gained 3.5 pounds. Use a proportion to find out how many ounces it gained. Okay, so this is conversions. Set up a proportion and solve. So 3.5 pounds, we want to know how many ounces that is. Okay, so on the other side, you're going to set up your unit rate, which is 1 pound for 16 ounces. Again, cross multiply, divide. 3.5, you can do 3.5 in your calculator, times 16 is 56 ounces. Also, if you set it up the other way and did 16 ounces over 1 pound equals X ounces over 3.5 pounds, you would multiply the same thing, so that way would be fine as well. For every 3 games the Braves played, they lost 2. Set up and solve a proportion to discover how many games they lost if they played 78 games. Okay, so we're going to set up our proportion, okay, of for every 3 games they played, they lost 2. So if they lost 2 and they played 3, and then if they played, we want to know how many they lost if they played 78 games. Cross multiply, divide. So 78 times 2 divided by 3 gets me 52 games lost. Just make sure you always set up that proportion, cross multiply the 2 numbers that are there, divide by the 1 across from the missing. Thanks.